I don't know. Brings a lot to the table. Controls lanes, farms well, wins team fights.
Big spell.
Why no Enigma?
Explosion.
I think I think most Enigma players, they were scared with the nerfs and they were like, oh no, I cannot lane anymore. But I think the hero's decent. Wait,
You
what?
used to have a free laning phase, and now it's a little bit harder. Oh,
Oh, there we go. The
right.
Beastie Boy.
So I feel like this is probably sacred.
Hmm.
And I think it's just 3. I will be very surprised if it's still mid. I guess I haven't caught any Dota outside of us today. So I don't know if maybe someone else brought back the mid again after the nerfs, but I don't see any reason to. I'd rather just play Helm of the Dominator Beastmaster at this point.
I mean, it's a little weird, right? Because the hero up to the egg still the same. So I don't see why, like, just the fact that you play mid and you get a level 20 faster, and then you get the broken Primal Roar talent. Like,
I think because
might be
it's
still good.
It's because you're leveling, like the mid lane, you want the axes, right?
Yes.
So, like, because you can use the water runes and stuff. But if you play in the off lane, you can abuse the boars and the inner beast and play with an ally and actually pressure the carry. So now that the Ag's axe build isn't as good, then putting him mid loses like a ton of value.
5 seconds
Right?
remaining.
Because I don't want to build Ags anymore. And so I don't want
Is
max
it bad
axes.
though? Because like, I don't know. It might still be good.
Nah,
Still
it's
like
trash.
free axes all the time.
Trash.
Really? All right.
I think if you build him 3, you just go back to auras. You go like Vlad's AC. Maybe you mix in the Helm of the Dominator, sure, but I think you're an aura boy again, right?
I mean, I would have to, I guess, see it in action a few times. But to me, as cool as the Axe Beastmaster was, there were definitely fights where it was like 1 or 2 axes away from not getting the kill. And that's severe damage reduction of 40 to 30 and now 30 to 0 on the axes. Remember, that's 60 damage per axe throw, right? That's crazy. And with the multiplying effects that were going in there every single time, like now they basically just do nothing again. Now it's like a meme build again that like, oh, if my 5 builds a veil first, maybe it'll still work.
5 seconds.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is weird because he died as position 3 when Necronomicon got removed, but we never got to see much experimentation with other position 3 builds because he's just been tearing it up in the mid lane with this stupid Aghanim Scepter. And even when he's playing off lane, you're still buying Aghanim Scepter. So I honestly don't know what the build is. I'm super curious. I almost want to see them just take it mid and go Ags like nothing has changed just to see where it's calibrated now.
That's
because it was so busted before. I don't know where we're at on the spectrum. It might still be good.
I think it sucks. Sucks.
Well,
boo.
You do.
2 thumbs. Wait. You're right, though. The only way to know is to see.
Yeah.
It was so good. You cut it in half. It's still probably okay.
Look, let's use mathematics, all right? So Axe level 4 deals 130 damage. So you would get 30 damage with your Axe, which means the reduction is about 20% damage, which is, a lot. But I feel like just playing mid Beastmaster and getting those levels, I think the strength of this hero lies in that level 20 talent, and he got buffed. So I want to see it being mid again.
Seconds remaining.
The roar cooldown got nerfed. The boars got buffed.
No. It's minus 30 now.
Yes,
right?
it was minus 35 before.
35.
Oh, okay. I see. All
Let's use
I can do
math,
math, but I can't read.
I mean, I went for engineering college, all right? I'm not that greatest at communication.
Bowie speaks the language of music, Trent. I saw those pictures on Twitter.
That's true.
That ska band from the 90s he used to be a part of.
No ska, dude. We were an indie band. We just didn't dress like one.
A sweet heavy metal band. That's all I hear right now.
Radiant team back.
We played like some Radiohead.
Radiant team pick.
Timbersaw. What's with this Sand King pick? What the hell's going on with this thing?
I hope this is not Mid Sand King. As far as I know, Analog's not one of those guys. But
I think it's just their own version of the Centaur. The Snapfire's gone. They're going to play Sand King. Combos up with the Snapfire. It's an initiator. Might just be a Sand King player.
The AoE is pretty good versus the Beastmaster units, if it's indeed Beastmaster 3. So what do they need here?
Dispelling 5. Oracle or Abba versus Morana Beastmaster.
I like that.
Kind of depends on what your position 1 hero pool is. Personally, I don't know. I pick Oracle, I think. I think overall it's more flexible. Oh, they're going for the big plays, though. I'll just nightmare you instead. Very interesting.
I
This
like
is
the
a truly forgotten hero.
I think this hero is mega underrated, Dispatch. Like, his win rate in pubs right now is pretty
10
decent.
seconds remaining.
And he's also a counter to the life stealers that are showing up a lot, a counter
5
to the
seconds
Juggernauts.
remaining.
Really hard to split push with that guy in the enemy side.
Speaking of dispels, ABBA, very good ABBA game right now for Unknown.
That's true.
Like,
You're right.
crazy good.
Guys, I have a pop quiz that doubles as a genuine question. What does Enfeeble do?
It reduces HP regen and...
Isn't it cast time? Isn't it something weird?
All 3 of us have failed the pop quiz. Let's check it
No,
out.
I was
here.
right. It's cast speed.
It's heal regen.
I was right.
Cast speed reduction and attack. Is attack speed or attack damage? Attack
Damage.
Okay.
It's attack damage.
All right.
Boom.
So
I don't
it
know.
increases cast time.
Hey, Zaire, we lost you there, bro.
I thought I died.
Hello?
Actually.
Check-
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, he's back there, friend.
So it reduces attack damage and healing restoration both by 60%. Cast time increased by 30. I don't know when you lost me. So wow. All right. Feels like Enfeeble's pretty useful. This spell's gone through a lot of iterations, right?
It really has.
It used to be damage. There was status
Radiant
resistance
team
for a while.
It was just a Lincoln's Popper for a long time. That was the only time you got it.
Yep.
And, okay, well, Clockwork, very good against Bane. Amazing options there. But is he unique in terms of this is the only mechanic that increases cast time like that?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. And 30%
10
is
seconds
that's
remaining.
noticeable. You know, like think about all those times Naga tries to wind up and
5
pop her
seconds
ulti when a
remaining.
Clockwork's got her in cogs.
You wanna see the
Imagine
funniest
that,
one?
but 30% more.
Watch a Shadow Fiend. That one is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like
I-
ulting. He's just dancing.
I just feel like the big problem with like that is that you never max the Q, and the cast range is pretty bad. So like once you could cast a spell, everyone already has BKBs or Mantas. Like I don't think the cast speed thing, unless you play Corbane, is gonna be relevant.
It's still his
but
worst spell. I mean, I'm sure there's some
Yeah.
circumstance where like the heal reduction is gonna be nuts or something.
I think the heal
like
reduction is probably the best. part.
Huskar or something.
Yeah.
Wow. A Luna.
This came out of
Mirana
nowhere.
versus Luna. We're anime. We really needed that Invoker to not get banned.
I don't know about this though.
10
I'm
seconds
my
remaining.
question is why?
I mean, it's
5
push, which they
seconds
lack.
remaining.
It's
Yeah, but
it's a good
so is
hero
Death
in
Prophet.
pubs, but we're yet to see it work well in the DPC. It's my only problem is the Clockwork. It's really annoying. You have to go Hurricane Pike. It's
Well, I
less
think she
damage.
needs help, right? Like she's one of these position ones that if you want to go raid boss Luna, I'm open minded to it, right? You want to get some bloodlust, maybe get your solar crest going. I don't know, Magnus her up. You can do something. Get Alacrity. This is just like a casual Luna pick here, and I don't really feel like. So you can either pick her for synergy with your team, or if you feel like, all right, we need this fast death ball carry. She's really good against the other team.
Radiant
I'm not
team
seeing it either
back.
way here.
I see it as like a skirmishy. Everyone has stuns where we're gonna try and pick someone off. Like basically, 2 heroes on this lineup can burst anyone, which is very interesting, right? We have Eclipse, Fiend's Grip, we have Epicenter, and we have Mortimer's Kisses. Everyone has this crazy,
10
massive
seconds
magic
remaining.
damage nuke that they can
Yeah,
try
and more
and use
important
with
than
Fiend's
that-
Grip or Burrow Strike combos.
5 seconds
I think their
remaining.
lane is really strong. Bane has like insane stats, and Luna has so much early damage with the Lucent Beam. I think this lane is much stronger than we give credit for, especially with Mirana being a roaming hero. I think this base master is going to be 0-3 at 10 minutes.
The Lifestealer pick was sick though.
Yeah,
I really like
really
that.
good, especially the clock.
10 seconds
I mean, they think it's Beast mid.
Radiant team back.
Huh.
Well,
And they're banning like it too, right? They're banning Storm and Kunkka. So it probably is Beast mid.
I don't blame him, honestly.
I look forward to seeing it.
I do too.
The worst part is, I think Unknown are just
10
better, so they'll probably still win even if they do it. This will not be a growing
Oh, it's gonna look
endorsement on the
good.
hero. Yeah, I don't care if it
See
looks
the
good
future. Is Iori's going to make you eat Skittles on the next panel?
now. Hey, just
You're
because it's
paying-
trash doesn't mean it can't work.
Look, I
Fair.
think
Yeah, Lifestealer's in this
Hokori-
game too.
they're gonna pick Batrider, the Beastmaster's
10
mid, and the
seconds
Batrider's gonna
remaining.
destroy this game.
They picked Lifestealer into Bane. The hell is this?
They
They picked
Why?
into Luna too.
It's good versus Luna. It's good versus Luna.
Yeah, but
Uh,
Bane is like.
Oh, they
he's
got
pretty
roar,
S tier.
hook shot.
he's
They'll
gonna
pick
go
another
Senjin
stun.
Yasha. Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, but Bane's got that shard now, right? It makes 2 Banes.
No, it's the eggs, right?
Fuck. Well, he's got that Axe now, Trent. It makes 2 Banes.
There's so many Banes.
Oh, here we go. I guess they're kind of. Oh, we might go offlane Claw, but I don't think they will. I think you just play Batrider here and you destroy either Beastmaster or Claw.
Is Void Spirit? I think Void Spirit looks
10
really good.
seconds remaining.
I think Void Spirit doesn't win enough against Beastmaster if it's actually middle.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but then
I
they'll
like
want
that
to
match
see.
flexible.
It's a bait though, because then they'll want to put the queen in the side lane, and they can't.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Bats versus Lifestealer so good. So good versus Clock too. Like, you don't have an answer to the Lifestealer as a Void Spirit.
You can't mid bat versus queen though, can you?
Yes, you can. You don't destroy the Queen, but I don't think you lose.
I think you
No,
just
that
get
was-
dagger.
what-
Isn't that like the
Yeah,
one
when
counter
Bat-
pick that makes him sad?
When Bat was legit,
Nah.
Queen was the counter pick we were seeing.
I don't think she's like one of the few heroes that can lane. I don't think she counters Bat.
In my eyes, you beat him to every rune, and he can't punish you because you just stand there and out damage him.
But
I
There's
guess,
two runes
I guess
now.
with Water Rune it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choose
Yeah, but
Oh,
he
they
shouldn't
go
get that
okay.
one. Oh my god, it's the enemy. All right, they're taking the power.
I like this DK.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
now
so
you
is
want to
it
put the
mid
beast
quap?
mid.
Or is it mid beast? Let's figure this out here.
The other.
Robo Z.
Exciting.
They can't
Robo Z
do it.
quap.
Dude, you want to put it mid, honestly, because it's beast versus DK, but you can't because I don't think the queen can go side lane.
I agree.
They just didn't get the flex, right?
All right. Now will Unknown win with this offlane Beastmaster? Lifestealer, Queen of Pain, and the newly nerfed Beast. This is a weird lineup to get behind, but Luna, DK, also not particularly popular heroes.
All right. Now, I might be North American,
You
but
are
I,
North American.
but I can do math. All right. And I
Okay.
count 5 stuns on Hokori's side. And
4.5.
What? You're not going to count Fiend's Grip?
I'm not going to count Luna's.
I mean, come on. It's at 0.7
That's a stun, man. That's a
second
stun. Still
Yeah.
a stun? That's a lot of I like
Oh, okay.
Hokori's heroes quite a bit more, to be honest. I'm
Literally half a
definitely
stun.
on the Hokori train.
Yep. I'm going Hokori all in, baby. I think Gardic's gonna crush this lane.
All right. Well, I'll ride or die with the Beastmaster then. I think my buddy Lifestealer is finally going to find one that works out. All right. He's been fishing for a win for a little while, and this is his time. I believe in Unknown more than their draft, but let's see if they can do it. All right. On to the commentators. Third time today. You guys have heard him. You've seen him. You love him. Gary, are you still with us? It's getting pretty late over there in the European time zone. You got that coffee going, bud? You energized?
I don't know if it's too early or too late for coffee. Yeah, just cracked past midnight now, quarter past in fact. But yeah, there's plenty more Dota 2 action to come your way. Hokori up against Unknown here, Theban, and some pretty interesting drafts, right? The Luna, the DK coming out, Sanking offlane making an appearance. I kind of lean towards that Hokori stun lineup too, but Unknown's got a few little tasty morsels themselves.
I mean, Unknown there, feeling a bit inspired by the Queen of Pain of Beast Coast, I think. We see 2 Queen of Pains in one day. That is something that I don't think you normally would see. And DK and Luna, power of the anime, it's got potential, but I have a theory, Gary, about Luna. Okay, hear me out. If Luna dies even once after, I want to say, 18 minutes into the game, she can't win.
Why is that? What's the reasoning behind your thought process there?
There's something about this hero where she farms extremely fast. She's the fastest farmer in the game, I would say. Very Dusa, you can make an argument there, but once she has all those items, like whatever item she has is not enough for her to be able to kite the opponents and stand her ground and constantly fight. Even a BKB, it only lasts 6 seconds in the late game. And she can't really exit a team fight either. The only save they really have on Hokori's side is going to be the sleep, which is kind of good, but it's not going to be enough to support the Luna. So she needs to snowball, and she needs to win the game with that snowball without dying. I don't think
Sort of
if the hero can
like
do that,
all in,
yeah, exactly.
like all in one movement, like one tidal wave from the Luna. Yeah, because I guess thinking about it, Luna has elements of Medusa, with the farming speed, the the glaives, of course, kind of replicating the split shot. Then also elements of that pinata style, where you do have to kind of suck up and vacuum all of the farm on the map, kind of like a Tinker does. And if you die once or twice, buybacks, of course, going to be incredibly important. Suddenly just bleeding away all that farm you had.
And she doesn't have mana shield like Dusa does.
Yeah.
So that's the big downfall of the hero. She essentially doesn't have any defensive abilities or escape. So it's very tough for this hero to stand her ground and be able to soak through all the potential damage that the enemy can deal to you in the mid and the late game. So you have to make sure you cover her very well and don't let her die and have enough disables to keep people down, which they do have on the side of Hokori.
It's sort of like the sniper element, right? Yeah, putting all these bits together to make up the Luna. And with gap close like Clockwork, Infest Bombs with potentially Blink Beastmaster, Mirana and Queen of Pain with maneuverability, they can all get on top of her.
So let's put the theory to the test, Gary. One death.
Let's find out.
Luna has one death after 18 minutes. I'm going to give this game to Unknown. If she doesn't die, we'll see Hokori take this.
Well, Clockwork scouts out that Radiant Observer Ward mid. Puts himself in that tower range so they know where the vision is. Not bringing out a sentry or anything, it doesn't look like. Well, they've got one on Clockwork. Interesting. He knew there was a ward there. Maybe just a bit scared that people were set up to try and kill him. But yeah, Queen of Pain up against Dragon Knight. This is an age-old lane matchup. DK with a sustain
Definitely.
through Dragon Blood. And that's why we see, Scream level 1 from Robo-Z to try and secure some creeps early on. And likely won't be leveling up that dagger too much.
Yeah, the Breathe Fire also reducing the damage of the club. Like, you got to get the lasses with the Sonic Wave. And maybe the recent buff to the Sonic Wave made people feel more comfortable with the Quap as well. Her... Scream of Pain. The Scream of Pain does...
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying Sonic Wave? I don't even know. But yeah, Scream of Pain has the same range as your attack range now. So a nice quality of life change there.
Nice. I mean, they're both spells kind of named after, making noises, right? Sonic Boom and screaming. That's pretty much what the Queen of Pain does. Yelling and shouting at people until they fall over. But yeah, it should be a pretty balanced mid matchup. We can have a look in these other lanes. Up towards top, it is a Snapfire Sand King double stun lane. Into a lifestealer lane, though, so we don't have the points in rage as this progresses forward. But what's the job of the Clockwork here? Because it feels a bit awkward for Mr. SHCCD to be up here.
Well, just run at the heroes with battery. If it's a range creep, shoulder here. He went for the rocket flare level 1, so I'm not a huge fan of that. But just, try to just give some XP to the lifestealer. Decent farm. Get him to like level 4, level 5 so he can stay on his own. Maybe get some pulls
going. The perfect
going.
position here. Yeah, or even just stop the pulls of the Snapfire as well, which he's doing perfectly now. Bully El Misho away from that camp. Down at bottom, currently 7-2. Oh, hang on. El Misho, just going to cookie onto the clock. Vitali with the Burst Strike. That's a lot of damage onto SHCC with that minus armor, popping him. Caustic Finale. Now Teemo, he's got what? A couple of stick charges and a rage, but he's still just getting hit and run down. Burst Strike in 2 seconds. Rage. Oh, they're going to go for this. Dive under the tower with the Burst Strike landing. They absolutely will. Teemo pops his stick in the Fairy Fire. The cookie there. Lifestealer all caught up and stuck with stuns, but he turns with that Fairy Fire stick.
Instantly cancel too, the salve. Yeah, El Misho, I think the communication wasn't there with Vitali. They really wanted to come in and kill the lifestealer, but he cookies in. Vitali was already running out. And now that they give a 1-for-1 trade, I would say this is pretty good for Unknown, all things considered, because the lifestealer could have died.
Yeah, and Clockwork comes back, salves him up, so full HP, full mana, ready to stay in this lane. We see the 1-1-1 build from Sand King. He's got that Sandstorm up, but I guess that sentry being held by the Clockwork didn't deward mid, so he can deal with the Sandstorm, isn't it? Well, at least place it down and give a bit of vision if they if they want to.
if he opts for that, but he's gone for the Cosmic Finale build right now. Let's take a look at bottom lane, Gary. We're doing it. We're doing our thing. Our thing.
Lane by
We're getting
lane.
stuck on that one. Oh, never mind.
Well,
We see another.
that's why.
Yep, another kill. And we know this is where the real action's at, right?
That's why we get stuck up there. I mean, there's tons of stuns from the Radiant. Another Clockwork kill. Snapfire's going to, dip back, get the bounty rune, maybe stack a little bit. But yeah, bottom lane, Lumiere's Luna, 17-2. Sacred matching actually slightly ahead of the farm there as the arrow gets dodged by Gardic. Bane so far has done a pretty decent job kind of keeping Widge away from the Luna, so they are having this farm trade in a straight 1v1.
That's quite impressive. I would think the Luna Bane should be dominating this Mirana Beastmaster lane. I think as long as the Bane stays on the Mirana, keeps trading, gets the Brain Sap going, and then you turn for those boars, should be able to kill them. I think one of the big mistakes is Lumiere going for the level 2 Lucent Beam over the level 2 Lunar Blessing. I would have rather seen that come out from him. It does 15, it gives you 15 bonus damage to you and Bane.
Yeah.
That level 2 ability there.
Especially when both of these Dire heroes, they've got magic sticks up. They're pretty much full on charges already. I guess that will mid lane. Robozy's fine. Yeah, I guess the sticks are a pretty big factor there, just being able to sustain in the lane through all the spam of Brain Sap and Lucent Beams.
Yeah. And Robozy walking back to base 5 minutes into the game. The bounty runes, the water runes, they're all complete now. Analog. It sustained through all of Quap's potential harass.
Yeah, because you take a look, El Misho got the bounty rune and the water rune top side, and Analog got them both bottom side. So yeah, no bottom refill for the Queen of Pain. El Misho is getting run around here. SHCC with a battery assault, forced the cookie. And they've got a Sandstorm and a Burrow Strike. El Misho, the raid from Lifesteal, a nice burrow onto both of them, and a turnaround potential actually onto the Clockwork. I can't follow through any further. He's got boots. Pretty speedy little fella. Both sides toying with that idea of getting that one pick off, poking at them.
All things considered.
It feels like Lifestealer.
Are scanning.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty even across all the lanes, right, Gary? Like, in terms of how each core is coming out.
Everyone's farming. Yeah, no one's really been struggling or constricted in their farm rate. As we do see a number of heroes moving in towards mid lane. DK has his ulti form going. And blink onto the rune. It's an invis grabbed by Robo-Z. And Gardic's Bane being chased back by the Mirana, so dips out of the bot lane. Comes to try and secure some runes.
That is
Unknown
so
this
weird
time.
for me to see. I can't, like, how does Bane get beat out by a Mirana? I really don't understand that.
Scanning.
Yeah, I would always think that, Bane wins those 1v1 support trades.
He
Rubik
does.
we always consider as one of the kings, but Undying and Bane, they are the true lords of trading.
And I'm really shook. It looks like Vitaly here. He's gonna get gone on. There is a mango. Good stun out of this, so he's gonna be okay. Yeah, I feel like the Bane, he must have played his lane really wrong because the Mirana shouldn't be having such a good time down here, out leveling the Bane and being able to bully him out like this. I think Widge, he's very happy with the situation he's got going right now. Bane, you pick it to win the lanes, and things are looking a little bit rough.
And now it's a free lane for Sacred. Luna has ditched. Again, they move in towards mid.
Fortified.
They're gonna get a D-ward, sure, but there's no catapult here, there's no dragon form for 5 seconds. I think they were just trying to get maybe a Dragon Tail stun, chain disable the Queen of Pain.
Check out bottom lane. They're taking this tower right now. Double boars. Inner Beast level 2 up.
Sanking TPing.
Just gonna try and defend. That means Lifestealer is gonna be getting a lot of free farm top now.
Under attack.
Just Sandstorm himself in there. Roar does come out. They've got that sentry placed. The Roar into arrow. Not enough damage. Bracer makes him so tanky. And Luna's now going to lane up top against the Lifestealer.
It's very uncomfortable for the Luna to be up against the Lifestealer here. One rotation from the Clockwork or even the Queen of Pain would put her in a lot of danger. And she's just gonna have to go back into the jungle. That means Teemo on this Lifestealer just gonna be able to farm the big camp, push out the lane, go back to the big camp again, and just rinse and repeat that while being this dead lane hero in the safe lane that Hokori can't really bring down without the Dragon Knight.
Oh, look at where Clockwork's looking. He's seeing all these stacks being built up. They've got that Dar Observer Ward scouting the large camp. They'll come back to defend their tower as a DD Dragon Knight. He's starting to get on top of it, but with Dragon Form about to wear off, I don't know if they can actually push this any further forward. I mean, a Cookie on the creep, the leap away from Mirana, and now the turn onto Analog. A nice Nightmare, but look at who's come. It's
Lysiler's
Centaur.
here. It's not the actual
Conqueror, not the War Runner.
Yeah, there's a Lysiler in there. Ah, that's pretty scary, you know. You got a 6th hero on the side of Unknown.
Look at him. He's wait. Is he? Oh no. You've got. Yeah. You know.
No
you know.
way. This is hurt. No way.
Oh, I was trying to stack the camp, but that's not a real Centaur. That is gorgeous. That is actually one of the. I've not seen that since like 2014. Mid lane, the Clockwork dies with the Queen of Pain blinks in onto Analog. Dagger up, Starstorm there. Tanky. DK, so they focus on El Misho instead, but that Sonic Wave doesn't clear through the Snapfire. El Misho is still reasonably healthy there. And a Dragon Tail stun. What is it? Chain disable time? Have they got enough? No. The blink away from Queen of Pain gets her out of danger.
I can't stop. He even hit it to stack it.
Yeah. That would have stacked this camp for my Luna. Why isn't the
He's like,
Centaur
wait, why is
moving?
the creep not moving? What's going? And then he went back in there to like, you know, try and pull it.
Well, they get the mid-tier one. Secured up by El Misho, but a great arrow slides onto the Snapfire as they're trying to chase the Bane with a roar there. I think they should be able to claim both of the support kills as Robo-Z blink up again and double kill for the Queen of Pain.
Kill. That was the Queen of Pain that was being pressured just then, you know, and she doesn't die.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, here we go. Here's the replay. This is so good. It's just standing there. Okay, here comes the Bane. You know, he hits. He's like, wait, is it following me? He goes back to check, and he's like, wait, it's not following. The other creeps are not coming, and bam, it gets stunned. It's like, wait, this thing's not supposed to cast spells. Oh, that was the real highlight of the day.
Yeah, forget the Thunder Predator Beast Coat series. That move has made it. Oh, Dota 2, what a wonderful game. I mean, the thought process of lifestyle there. He must be chuckling to himself as well, like all the players having a grand old time.
Yeah, and Timo now bottom switched the map. He wants to try and farm down here. Beastmaster is top. A little bit of awkward movements though, Gary. Like, why would the Beastmaster move if the bottom tower is not already dead? And the Lysiler also left top. I understand the DK might be coming there to kill you, but you can at least force him to come first, and then you can rage and TP out. They don't really have any ways to stop you, especially with the level 4 Bane.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the Sacred... Oh, Analog. Dagger on him, kills the boar. TP's though,
Analog,
thick and fast from Unknown. Yeah, he's stuck up here. The Dragon Tail will slow the advance, but there are just too many heroes surrounding him. Unfortunately, won't bleed out anymore.
Dragon Knight. You would gladly bring every single hero to bring down a core Dragon Knight this early into the game. The only fortunate thing for him is he did not pop the Dragon form. And he's probably asking his team, hey guys, I need help to take these towers.
Yeah, why am I alone top? Sand King does have his blink now. And he's going to swing back up there to, I don't know, try and defend this top tower, but the spread of unknown heroes scouting any other connection that the Radiant could have tried to make.
Yeah, Bane and Snapfire have smoke, but they didn't bring the Sand King in the smoke. All they really need is one Blink Burrow Strike with the Snapfire Kisses, and they could secure a Queen of Pain or a Beastmaster kill. And seems like a wasted smoke here from El Misho. They're TPing on bottom.
Yeah, Timo's life stealer.
Sleep.
He's got the
got a
grip.
But this is going to be a cancelled Kisses. Not going to be enough.
We'll find El Misho on the back, yeah. Double damage and Grandma. Oh, that Sonic Wave. Dealt with by the one charges on the snap. A Queen of Pain blinks in again. Okay, that long-range scream, but now maybe there's a Nightmare. Oh, he can pop his Wanderer Mango. They've not got any more reveal. Into the Moonlight Shadow. Queen of Pain. Tagged by the Dragon Tail, and now the Burst Strike in from Sand King. Clockwork caught under the Sandstorm, but they've dusted and roared onto Vitali, and that's just too much burst damage. He's been Nightmare safe for a second there, but still going to get brought down by Robo-Z. And Beastmaster Sacred has a Fairy Fire 7-1. They can't finish him off. He's too strong. He's healed himself up, and Lifestealer with the Infest, he's also got a pipe going here. Throws it out there on the rest of his squad, while Clockwork reinitiates on the Guarding. Cookie to try and save him, but a double for Robo-Z. And Lifestealer is going to munch on some creeps.
Okay, well, first item, pipe for Beastmaster. I did say before that if your offlaner buys pipe as the first item, his item progression ends, but Beastmaster, he might be an exception. Because his hero is not the one farming, right? It's going to be these boars and his axes pushing these lanes out. It's going for a Solar Crest next, and he's got it so fast. 12-minute pipe? What? He is
he's
so
got brown
farmed.
boots into pipe straight away.
Yeah. It's pretty good against the Sanking and the Snapfire. They are the ones, they pretty much deal all magic damage, right? Apart from the lowest Shredder, obviously. But at this stage in the game, the Kisses and the Epicenter, that's what you're trying to negate. And one pipe could possibly save the Queen of Pain or the Lifestealer from being jumped.
It feels like it should be go time for Hokori again, though. They've got Blink on Sand King, they've got Blink on this Dragon Knight now, so the double threat of initiation from them. And they've created a lot of space for this Luna. You know, you said she's the fastest farmer in the game, potentially. Top of the net worth, 7,500, working on that Manta style after Mom. I guess the other heroes really are the supporting cast to try and create these little zones and pockets of farm for her. Dire Observer doesn't see that smoke. They see the Luna moving north. Oh, are they gonna kill her? They're gonna kill Lumiere before the rest of the Radiant can respond. Look at Wiz.
It's possible.
Smoked up too.
Oh, Moonlight. They don't see the Moonlight either. He's farming the Ancients, but he's so fast. You gotta be fast with this. Like, you really gotta be fast. Oh, she noticed it. The aura, the Lunar Blessing plus the Sentry. Noticed the Queen of Pain. Smoke already broke. Yep. And she's out of there. When you're ganking Lunas, you need to be, like, super fast. You cannot hesitate.
And it looks like Unknown are going to try and turn this into a bit of a push with the catapult. Sand King silenced.
Orchid.
Robo-Z with that Orchid and an arrow. Barely grazing past. The Queen of Pain does get dragon-tailed up, and the Raw Nightmare save onto the Sand King as they try to focus the Quap with a blink out. Vitali's Burst Strike only landing on SHCC, and that's a number of ultis for a Pulse 5 Clockwork. Eclipse with that Fiend's Grip. But they defend the tower.
Yeah, grip onto the clock so he can't hook shot, I guess. And not like Unknown are going to spend any big spells trying to go to stop that clock from being killed. So they're just going to give that up. El Micho. No, we're not going in there, Wish.
And actually, the Blink Burrow. Oh, we've got one more leap that comes off cooldown. Out we pop. And a log with a blink, but no range on the Dragon Tail. And yet again, you know, you look at this Luna, closing on 9,000 net worth now, just continuing farming with Manta style completed. It's definitely a looming threat. And she hasn't died yet, not even once.
It's 18 minutes. Remember, 18 minutes. Her first death has to come after 18 minutes. Then it's a rough
counts. Vitali sniped down in that mid lane.
Yeah, Orchid here. And mention as well, Mirana has a medallion, and Beastmaster also has a medallion. So a little bit of a stacking going.
Well, one on your Cop, one on your Lifestealer. Both of them can go wild. A Glyph to try and defend this tier 1. It's a long walk from the top lane, though, for both Analog and Lumiere to try and defend it. So it looks like they are just going to allow Unknown to take that bit of the map for now. Maybe a play onto the Queen of Pain as they were trying to hold this high ground with the vision that they've got. They see everybody from the Dire side.
Yep.
There's
Blink
the
stun
D-Ward
onto
into
the
the
clock.
Blink stun. Arrow straight past them again.
Epi.
Nightmare cancelled out. Epicenter being kind of fake pumped.
It's so nice, right? Having that, you know, before it's like you Epi, you gotta let it go. You cancel it, it's on cooldown. So now you can always just, you know, see if the angle's there, pump your Epi. If it goes off, if it's a good fight, if it doesn't, if it's not a good fight, you're just gonna cancel it.
Such a nice quality of life improvement. It's like how it should have always been, really.
Yeah, definitely. It's made the hero much more viable for sure.
Well, smoke again from Hokori. And these Blink Daggers haven't found them too much utility. And they're looking for Lifestealer, but he's already ditched back into his own triangle. And El Micho is being pinged out. That's a simple Little freebie there for you. Arrow misses though. Oh, Widge. That's like 4 arrows in a row you've missed. As Elmisho cookies away, but into the scream again with a blink forward.
And you can see Unknown, they're feeling very confident with their team fighting abilities, just playing around the mid lane, trying to occupy the mid wave and these two jungle areas. If any one hero comes in there, they're just gonna straight jump like the Snapfire. And Hokori, how are they gonna react to this Roshan play? Beastmaster with the medallion, Solar Crest on Mirana. I mean, I guess you can use both of them.
One
So,
aggressively,
it looks
one
like
defensively.
Yeah, no, they both stack on a single target.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're using that on the Roshan right now. It looks like Beastmaster is just not going to complete his Solar Crest.
And they hookshot in. The kisses, they are landing into the cogs. SHTC gone, but the Sonic Wave back onto Vitality. RoboZ godlike now. Do they want to follow through on this? Because they've got a grip onto the Mirana. Elmisho Gardic focusing there, but your cores are in trouble. Analog and Lumiere both trying to run away. Mirana still not dead. The Scatter Blast didn't finish her off. Elmisho, how have you missed that one? Analog down, and this Lifestealer here is racing forwards. Where's my next little meal? Oh, it's Gardic's Bane, is it? Let's have you. TP home. It's optimistic. There's no stuns coming out. So successful in the end.
It feels like they're just lacking so much damage. And the Luna can't even stand her ground and fight in these engagements. Like, she's holding her Manta. She's so afraid that they're going to jump her. She's constantly running back. She popped the Eclipse, some Loosen Beams. But it's just not enough, especially with the Sanking dying right off the bat there.
I can't shake off this feeling that Hokori have kind of held back, thinking that Lumiere is going to be that be-all and end-all alpha and omega carry that will just dominate the game once you get to a certain point. And this, DK and Sanking have been quite defensive in the way they're moving. That we haven't seen any real decisive smoke moves to pick off any core heroes.
Yeah, definitely. It just feels like Analog with that death top near the tier 1 where nobody really was there to assist him, kind of deflated him in what he wants to do. And now Teemo, he's got this Halberd as well, status assist, very tanky with the Aegis. And you're not really sure what to do. Look at Elmisho. He's like, there's a Lifestealer walking past here, but they don't want to jump him. They know it's a trap.
Fell spirit coming. I guess the fact that also Unknown have this Moonlight Shadow, forcing the economy of the Radiant team to keep up pumping sentries and dust.
Analog.
Oh dear. Oh, missed hook
Blinks
shot.
to the right. Okay.
TP home. He's all right. Scouted by the
Oh,
creeps.
it's a long TP.
That was,
Where
where was he
TP
going?
to?
I don't know. Oh, he pops his dragon form as well. Oh, dearie me.
TP to the shrine?
Oh, dearie
no.
me.
Yep. Well, it was a butchered gank attempt by Unknown, but thanks to that TP to the shrine.
Yeah.
Or is it tier 2? One of the two? Tier 2 or the shrine,
Whatever it
something like
was.
that, because that was a very long TP.
Yeah, now you down your DK, down your dragon form. And Luna's going to shove out that top wave and really scrambling towards a BKB of her own. Rocket Flare's going to fly out and scout the moving, and it's just Unknown playing his 5. They don't feel any real pressure. I think that's probably the key thing. They are just playing without fear. They see a target, they jump them, they see an objective, they destroy it. And they'll go high ground. Aegis on this lifesteal is still up for 2 minutes. And there it is, Medallion Solar Crest. 25 bonus armor, so he's at 36 total.
Alright, 13,000 net worth, Luna. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Well, they've got kisses landing on Teemo, who just immediately infests into a creep, and they jump Elmisho's Snapfire. Bring down the Grandma, dead for 30 seconds. Tier 3's fallen. Melee racks cracked wide open.
Lumiere gonna cut the creep wave. There's no more creeps after this, but the mid-rax is... bottom rax is already dead. Yeah, Elmisho, he threw the kisses. He wanted to cookie up the high ground. He missed the play. And was still on the low ground, so they were able to just delete him.
Now it just feels like Unknown can be pretty systematic with their moves. Bot lane gone, go to mid, tier 2. And Roshan, 4 minutes until fast spawn? They've got plenty of time to wait that one out. So we need something, I don't know, wonky. We need something really out of left field from Hokori here to upset this game. 8,000 net worth lead, and it doesn't feel like it's slowing or stopping.
Are you telling me we need a carry hero on Hokori?
Yeah, that'll be good, wouldn't it?
Are you telling me we need someone who's farmed the whole game to do something?
to convert their net worth into damage. Yeah, that would be
this
great.
is not a shot to Lumiere at all. Lumiere is a great carry player, but the hero he's playing sometimes really doesn't do anything.
Radiant's middle tower.
And life still at Aegis 30 seconds. Blink away. Jump out as quickly as they can. Just hold the high ground. Yeah, Unknown. Just going to go collect all these tier 2s.
Here we have a
This has
smoke
to-
here.
this
Luna
smoke has to
has her
work.
BKB. They wanna do something. Yep.
Lifestealer, double burrow. Well timed as well. The Aegis reclaimed as they eclipse the clockwork down. Lifesteal's going to respawn and they've roared up the Luna, in fact, so Teemo can start going to work. But the Fiend's Grip is there. Hold them in place. Through the range as they cookie forward in a sonic wave, catching them all. In comes Robo-Z to save the day as well. The epicenter, though, looking pretty sweet from the Sand King. They're going to pick off the Teemo. Lifestealer and the kiss is flying. Oh, that hook shot. Where's it going? Lining straight up for the Luna kill. Lumiere down to the clockwork, and SHCC wants the Snapfire now. It looks like Robo-Z should blink back to safety. The arrow slides past the Snapfire. The Rocket Flare cancels the salves. The Queen of Pain does get jumped again. The double blinks straight back onto the Quab. Elmisho. Oh, another rocket. 5 seconds, doesn't need it. A scrappy fight. And Luna, there's your first death. 24 minutes in. But trading it for 3 cores and maybe even a bit more. Mirana, the double blinks. They just keep on chasing. Vitali. Well, pushed back by the cogs. Where's the DK? 4 staff up. No blink for 5 seconds, but he's got Dragon Tail when that is ready. Can he get the Mirana? SHCC is going to stop him.
Beast is
Keep them
alive
at
in
bay.
one.
But they do make the jump onto tier 2. Finish off the Mirana. Trapped in the cogs now, though. Analog, Vital and Gardic still trying to guard their DK. Nightmare up the Beastmaster, and Lifestealer respawns, TPing back up here. And they cancel the DK's TP. No escape for Analog.
So they got some good things going in that fight. I mean, the Luna baited it out, tanked a lot of the damage, especially with the BKB. Sand King was able to come in with that massive epicenter and get a few kills, especially onto Lystra, but she did die in the end. So that's her 1 death for the game. They chased this Mirana really far out. I feel like they should have just pushed lanes out, Gary, instead of chasing this Mirana, because now the DK is just dead and it doesn't really feel like they've accomplished anything after the team fight.
They got bloodthirsty. I mean, that fight recap told us
bloodthirsty.
absolutely nothing because the fight lasted so long.
Too long. Yeah. And now Lystra has a Scotty completed, so he had a lot of money in the bank right before he died there. So they weren't really at their full potential either on the side of Unknown, where Hokori were with the BKB Luna. She's going towards a butterfly next. Let's see if my theory still stands on this hero.
Yeah. I guess trading relatively evenly, even if we couldn't see the fight recap, it felt like a pretty 50-50 fight. Feels all right for Hokori. Oh, this hookshot, though. Straight in onto the Sand King. Dragonite's now trapped in the cogs, too, and they're just roaring up and slaying Vitali. Sand King's gone, with buyback, mind you. Dead for 50 seconds. It looks like they want to try and get onto that tier 2 again. Arrow.
I see. They got a buyback.
Elmisho.
Found Elmisho again.
Yeah. Orchid Silence. And so much damage from Teemo and Robo-Z. No buyback from Sand King. Just going to have to wait that one out and hold your high ground. Fast spawn on Roshan is going up right about now, but it looks like Unknown try and get another lane of barracks to themselves. Lifestealer, that prime candidate, just to walk up to the tier 3s. Again, Solar. Double Solar Crest. They don't stack.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh no, Solar and Medallion. I'm a dumbass. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. For some reason, I thought... I don't know. I thought Sacred had upgraded his as well.
Nah.
Nope,
Got the
still
Solar and the Medallion. It's good to go.
Still going. What is that,
Lots of
42
armor.
armor?
He's got 40 armor. Yup.
Well, they get the tier 3.
Rax is now exposed, and they're just going to back up because Roshan is about to spawn. You don't want to take a fight right before Roshan comes alive, especially as a team that is controlling the map, as Unknown is right now. So they're going to respect it, take the tier 3, get out with the Rage on cooldown, wait for Hokori to possibly come out of the map while you're waiting for the Roshan to spawn.
That's a pretty big neutral item there. Titan Sliver for the Luna. Against Roar, against all these stuns and chain disables. But this clockwork, oh, they see him, they ping out the clock. Hokori, careful. Don't give up Lumiere. They target El
jump.
Micho, though, straight onto the Snapfire, and the arrow comes in. But Analog's already made the jump onto the clock as this Eclipse bouncing onto Sacred, and the BKB from Robozy forces the Sonic Wave to push them back, and the roar onto the DK as the jump towards the Teemo Lifestealer. But the kiss is coming. They're doing so much magic damage, doesn't have rage anymore. He's just dead. Teemo down, trades for El Micho. Sacred gets pummeled. Hokori strike back.
Well, they got him,
get
and the
Roshan?
Snapfire barely died. Snapfire had 4 staff and the cookie to get away from the Lifestealer. Then the Bane got that massive grip onto Lifestealer, so it made it really awkward for Unknown to enter this team fight. They gotta kill the Bane first, Gary. That's the best possible target for you, because he's gonna either sleep, 4 staff, or grip the Lifestealer if you don't.
How does your challenge work with Aluna if she only has 1 death? And, and that 1 death is after 18 minutes?
I think it doesn't work, so
yeah,
they still need to lose the game. If it's 1 death. I still don't think with this...
Oh, clockwork.
Are they gonna get it? Hold on.
Oh, clock buddy. Oh, clock buddy. Oh,
they
clock buddy!
There it is.
Snatches the Aegis!
No way.
Jetpacks over the cliff. First life gone, sure, but... Oh, man. Takes the steal. 4 staff into the waiting arms of the Gardic Bane. Well worth his time and effort.
I can't believe it. That play is so good, because that Aegis is exactly what Luna needed to be able to just stand her ground and just push straight into the high ground. So all of a sudden, Luna, she's got the cheese, but that ain't good enough.
Yeah, it is no Aegis. Prada.
Yeah.
I see. I just saw
DK.
Trent typing in chat. He has been a real thorn in their side. This Clockwork is getting on top of people. He's their main initiation. He's their disengage. Oh, they've got a grip onto Mirana bottom. Cookie misses, though. Leaps away, and Widge is fine with the Greaves.
So tanky on Widge. And he's going for a Maelstrom? I guess they want another carry in their lineup. That's why he's got queued up.
Pierce
Very
through the butterfly.
interesting.
Someone who can hit into Lumia. And his Lifestealer needs an MKB. He bought a plate mail. Maybe thinking about the AC, then has to shift back.
Yeah, he really doesn't have enough burst damage either.
Oh, Qual.
As we saw when he jumped the
She
Snapfire.
just blinked into the middle of them all. They were ready and waiting, trapped, sprung. The double blink
You got the
stuns.
double stuns.
Dire's middle tower.
Well, that's a bit scary now, because you got Queen of Pain dead for 60 seconds. They're thinking about forcing the Queen of Pain to buyback, but she doesn't have a buyback, which could possibly mean a really easy tier 3 tower. And if Luna takes the tier 3 tower, then those Raxes will fall very quickly as they bounce the glaives
Dire's middle tower.
through those Raxes to the enemies.
Yeah, they have to glyph this. They've got to defend it. Radiant don't have a glyph, so they couldn't keep the catapult alive. Unfortunately for Unknown, both side lanes have towers still standing, but there it is, tier 3 down, and the glaives are bouncing
Raxes are
around.
dead.
Oh man, Teemo, Widge, Sacred, taking a decent chunk of damage there. They need to keep this Luna topped up though. Like you said, no Aegis, just with that cheese. Still has to be a little bit wary about her positioning, especially when you get Blink roared like that. Good 4-staff back, and the tank from the Dragon Knight. In with the BKB, Mirana, the Infest, the heal with the Greaves,
Nice
saves
heal.
herself. There's tons of fire on the floor and everywhere.
Epi used.
SHCC has also made his jump in there, and El Micho going to be the one stranded on that dire high ground as everyone is scrambling, scatter to the hills, evade, dodge, duck, dive. Gardic looks like he'll survive. Analog TPing home, but there's a long one. Yeah, he's out of there. Only one hero lost.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
They should be able to get back out on the map right now for Unknown with that one hero being dead. Hokori will be staying inside the base for a little while. Let's see what they actually do with this. They're smoking up. They want to get a fight in the next 15 seconds. They know Epicenter is on cooldown. That is a big team fight ability for Hokori. Dragon Knight, Dragon Form will be back up at 10. He's also got that Fireball thanks to Roshan dropping the Shard. Does help push out the lane.
Yeah, I was wondering what that fire was in the middle. I thought it was like, was it kisses? What's happening? Yeah, Dragon Knight Fireball. Spewing flames everywhere.
Yeah, it's good to push lanes out. Got a little bit of, got decent damage, I would say. I do buy this on my support Dragon Knight in some games. Not all the games. If my team lacks lane push, then it's a great spell.
Oh yeah, seems pretty handy. Right, yeah, again, it's Hokori on the back foot, though. Even after pushing mid, getting a decent go of things, they have to
Radiant's
smoke.
top barracks are under attack.
It's kind of obvious, though. You know, bot and top
Yeah, the
lane,
top creeps.
dire creeps.
Uh-huh.
They're in.
They know
they're in
there's
the
a
base.
smoke coming.
And dire scanning, holding high grounds. They absolutely know something's going on. So, Hokori gonna have to get back into their triangle.
I would
Pushing
like to
out these
mention
side lanes.
Beastmaster did sell the medallion, Gary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he sold it.
Middle tower is under
They
attack.
realized they made a mistake with the medallion and the Solar Crest, so he's got rid of it. He prioritized the Bracer instead. Now does have a Lotus Sword. Very support-esque Beastmaster here, and I'm not... It's just too support for me, I think. I feel like he's not having enough an impact in the game with this kind of build.
Why
Even though
why
he's
does
got
he
decent amount of
prioritize
farm.
Bracer over Medallion, though?
I don't know, you're gonna have to ask him.
Huh. I mean, one is worth, what, 500 gold? The other's 1,000?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I think it's better because you got the armor, mana regen, plus you can buff up your teammate too. I do think he should have kept the medallion instead of the bracer overall.
It seemed pretty nifty, honestly, having Solar Crest and Medallion on people. Oh, I'm a little bit disappointed
is.
now it's gone. Oh well.
I would have to agree with you.
DK is going to grab an Invis rune. Look at how many dire sentries there are, though. If he walks up there, he's going to get scouted immediately.
It looks like he's going for the Aghanims now. A nerfed Aghanims, but you know, still does the job. Getting lanes out, amplifying damage.
Oh, Luna.
Oh boy.
There's a hook
Oh
shot.
boy.
Her BKB
She's all by
it
herself.
is used, and so's the Eclipse. Teemo, SHCC, we're going to jetpack and try and escape. With a Moonlight Shadow giving them that invisibility, they get away. So BKB down, but Luna survives.
I guess they thought the Satanic and the Cheese is just too much and they don't have enough damage, especially with the Lifestealer being so close to the Monkey King bar. Because that was a Luna all by herself. So they are showing a lot of respect for this Luna right now. And to be fair, she's hit 26k net worth. So she is extremely farmed. Once she gets to Scotty, she'll probably move the Cheese out of her inventory. Give that to her ally. Paladin Source Satanic combo. Yikes.
There's a lot of heal. They do always have to contend with
Shiva's-
that bottom lane, though. They're just
Yeah, that is true.
perpetually in the,
They're gonna
in
have
the
to go
Radiant
back.
base.
The Roshan is still not spawning yet. No, it feels like it might be spawning soon because of how long it's... the teams have been without Aegis, but that's because, Clockwork did steal the Aegis earlier.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, a little bit deceiving. Clockwork going to play under his ward here. He knows Radiant team are all up top for that tier 2. They want to try and brew a fight.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, but look at the massive wave bottom.
Yeah.
I think Hokori, they're on a timer right now. They can only do something very quickly here and have to back off soon because that Mega Creeps and Catapult's bottom are going to start pecking away at your tier 4s. Alright, they're
Go
going to TP
Power
back. They're not
Ranger
even going to
TPs.
try.
Hook shot.
Gardic.
Finds Gardic. That's best case scenario.
Oh,
Well,
Mish-
Misho, that's a long one. Does get home. But yeah, only losing your Bane. Getting everybody else out of there. Things pan out decently there for Hokori.
Definitely not that bad. And Weech making his way towards his Maelstrom. Got that. And he still has that slipper of agility he's had the entire game. Still there.
Well, Greaves are very uncomfortable boots. He needs the slippers to soften up his little walkabouts.
It's just such a goofy inventory to look at.
Yeah. It's undoubtedly Marauder,
Radiant
though.
are scanning.
Yeah.
It's on the farm.
You think so? If you tweeted this inventory and asking what hero this is?
I think the
Are you gonna get
Maelstrom.
Marana?
I think the Maelstrom kind of tips it away from, any of the kind of strength heroes. I don't know. Maybe
You wouldn't say it's like Venomancer?
maybe, but I think I would just lean to Marana.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know. I'm struggling to think of any other heroes that would go like Greaves Solar, apart from I don't know, like not even Underlord or something.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah. But the Maelstrom, though. The Maelstrom and the
Yeah.
Slipper kind of narrows it down to some agility hero.
It is the slipper, yeah. Here comes Team Unknown. Back up towards that top racks, which of course they've already cracked open with a tier 3 down. Ooh,
Dire's
who's TPing bottom? It's a
is under
Clockwork. not infested.
He wants a catch. Just seeing, you know, by himself, if he could get someone, he would get his teammates to start TPing in.
And that's
it
dust
looks
onto
Vitaly-
Sankey. Find the SK, cookie him away.
Yeah, BKB.
BKB through the Orchid and TP home. Nothing more to cancel it, so he's out scot-free, and so's the Snapfire.
They missed the arrow, yeah, on the snap. She just TPs right out, so very fortunate there for Hokori. Unknown now need to make their way back towards top, because this Roshan can be spawning. It's something that they should be thinking about right now.
Yeah, still a minute to go, but they don't know that.
Oh, wow. He sold his treads on Luna because he's got the spider legs. They didn't realize they had that going for Hokori, so he still gets to keep the cheese.
Very
Man,
nice.
very, very nice for Lumiere.
And what's next? MKB for Luna coming up. No, no Aghanim Shard or anything. Opting not to go for it just yet. Looks like they are just going to wait on this dire high ground. See if Unknown make the move
Unknown's
to the
gonna-
pit, but Unknown have other ideas. Like Lifestealer literally just beelines it straight onto tier 3. Come back and defend your
They're gonna
base,
see his
Hokori.
TPs.
You have to contend with him one way or another. Invests himself away from the Luna. And now you drag
Smoke,
them
they're
all
going
down
across.
here. They're smoking to
Such
try
a
and
big
cut
play.
across the map. Onto El Misho. Snapfire, 4-staff, double 4-staff. Triple is that
4-staff.
triple 4-staff?
Yep, it was.
Drift, baby, drift. Another burst strike in onto the Queen of Pain with the epicenter. She's loaded sorbed up. No BKB. She gets it off. Yes, just in time. Kisses. They're going to land into the back line of Unknown. Full retreat mode. Moonlight Shadow. Get yourselves away from here, but the burrow yet in again onto Sacred. Catching the Beastmaster and is not going to save him. Can't get a roar off or anything. And with Roshan respawning literally now, or if they lose any more, it's going to be a travesty for Unknown. They buy back Beastmaster. Clockwork's on the run with his jetpack. Hook shots off to the creep wave. And along with the Breathe Fire, turns with the Dragon Tail onto the Mirana. This fight's splitting for like 3 different ways. They kill off the Clockwork at long last. The Cookie back. But the Rage Lifesteal is going to make his way out of there. As they do nightmare that Mirana and a roar onto the Snapfire, but Sacred is brought back to his own demise. He's going to die. The Beastmaster's gone as a killing spree for Lumiere.
Yep, and that looks like a pretty easy Roshan now for Hokori, and there's an Ags on it. So someone's going to get a pretty big boost. Probably the Luna might just pick that up for her Eclipse. Snipe off the Queen of Pain with a Dragonite Dragon Tail or something. It was a bit of an interesting fight because RoboZ got jumped by the Dragonite, but I don't think I saw Sanking's follow-up Burrow Strike onto her. I wonder if he's tried to stun someone else, or maybe my eyes are deceiving me here.
Radiant's middle tower is
But
under
it
attack.
looked like it would have been an even worse fight for Unknown. They're starting to lack a lot of damage at the moment on Unknown, especially because of these triple 4-staffs just kiting the Lifestealer so hard.
And now you've got Aghanim Scepter Luna. Eclipse upgraded. Big old ion cannon to zap down your enemies.
Oh man, look at her net worth now. That just looks crazy at this point. 40,000 net worth. Okay. Alright. She had the Agnins from the Roshan. She's been farming up a Storm.
That's even before Moonshard, before Aghanim Shard. It can still grow, still get bigger. Beastmaster, the dieback
That's
obviously
a
now
hero.
a pretty decent window here for Lumiere to go high ground. TPing up to the outpost. Everybody here from Hokori ready to break open the dire base. And you said it earlier on, once that tier 3 falls, the Lunar Glaive's just bouncing in. I mean, Widge, he's got to Greaves, he's got to flicker away, try and evade that damage that's just bouncing into him.
Yep. And they got these 2 towers bottom and the tier 3 left alive now. Beastmaster is up. It just feels kind of hard to fight into just the Luna. Like, they can't burst her. They need to go on these other targets. But these other targets have bought really good items, and triple 4-staffs and Lotus and Ghost Scepter. Made themselves really hard to kill.
Lumiere? He's not a fear in the world. Just
got
walks
an
into
Aegis.
dire triangle with no backup, yeah. I do
He's got
again.
an
though,
Aegis,
need to-
mate.
Yeah, he does.
Radiant's middle tower is
Got to
under
maintain
attack.
that bot lane though.
Dire's bottom tower is
Time
under
to do a bit of
attack.
gardening. Kill off some of these little creepies.
9,000 gold too.
What, saved up on the Luna?
Oh boy. Yep.
What did she just buy? Oh, Shard, Aghanim Shard, majority of the MKB.
Oh, God bless. She bought the Aghanim Shard. at 42k net worth. That shard is a very good shard too.
Yeah, giving you those extra little bounces. It's pretty good. The long range on it as well. What talents did you go for? I didn't really consider that. Yeah, didn't go for any of the magic damage. It's literally just been all out. I am the physical damage carry this game. Didn't go for any of the any of the Lucent Beam talents. Alright, just going to cruise through this bottom lane, it looks like. Unknown have got to do something. They can't just let this happen again. Clockwork is infested in a sneaky little spot. Ping's coming out. It looks like Hokori want to hold this high ground. Plonking some sentries down, deward the area. Unknown still lurking and looking for that perfect initiation. But look at
the supports.
Look at Gardic, right?
Bottom tower is under attack.
He's just waiting in the trees. They can't find the Bane. Oh,
they got
maybe
the
with an
arrow.
arrow. Rocket flare. And a jetpack.
Coming
Hook
soon.
shot forward. Straight onto Gardic. Blow up the Bane. Good pick off and an immediate buyback. Dragon Knight can't contend with the BKB from Queen of Pain, who just walks straight into the fight and then blinks back out again, while Luna has killed off your tier 3. The Sonic Wave gonna push them around, but in comes Vitali with an Epicenter Burrow. Queen of Pain blinks out again. The Roar counteracted by the Kisses and the Dragon Tail, though, as Analog pairing up with El Misho to try and bring down the Beastmaster, but it's not enough until the Eclipse. There's the damage. Pump it in.
Holy shit, the
Massive
damage.
nuke landing from Hokori to shred through them all, and a Fiend's Grip there as well. 2 heroes dead without buyback. It might just be game.
All right.
It's a 5v3.
Yeah,
Dragon Tail
they
again.
don't have the buybacks.
Get onto that little Mirana and a 2-man burst strike. The turnaround completed by Hokori.
Dire's middle
One death is all that Luna sustained.
Dire's middle
Okay, we're gonna have to adjust our parameters a bit. All right.
Go wild.
Luna's allowed 1 death in the game. But yeah, I mean, he's played a really good game. Like early on, he had farm. He had items, but he understood he couldn't really fight because he would die, so he's avoided those situations. They got like 1-2 pickoffs. I think the fight like right before Roshan spawned for Unknown was like a huge mistake on their end, because they need to be able to control this map. They had complete control of the map, but taking that fight right before Roshan, especially going onto the Snapfire and not the Bane, really hurt them quite a lot, and that kind of just turned the game in their favor too.
Yeah, I think
Unknown,
that's-
I mean, yeah, they have such an early Roshan too. Like, I'm sorry, early Raxus as well. So,
Yeah.
like, being able to lose the game after that situation is really rough.
I mean, I think that's honestly a great game for the panel to break down. You can listen and hear what they have to say about it, as they'll be returning.